Good morning. We are going to continue our introduction to acrylics, so let's get started. This is where we left off last time, and now we are going to mix our secondary colors. So if you look at our color wheel, yellow and red mixed together make orange. Yellow and blue mixed together make green. Blue and red mixed together make violet. Those three colors, green, orange, and violet, make up the points of our secondary color triangle. It's the dashed triangle. So we have space between our blue and our red, between our red and our yellow, and then we're going to pretend like this is a space between our yellow and circle back around to the blue. So we're going to add our secondary colors. So blue plus red makes violet, which is also purple. And this is a secondary color. And red and yellow mixed together make orange, which is a secondary color. And yellow and blue mixed together make green, which is a secondary color. So in order to make these colors with our paints, we're going to go back to our three primary colors. We're going to organize them in our palette the same way as our color wheel chart. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of yellow. Try to match this amount, so it's about 1/3 or 1/4 of the total amount that I could put into the well. And then 2 over, I'm going to give myself red. And 2 down, I'm going to give myself blue, just like my color chart, with yellow at the top, red at the right, and then blue at the left. Now we're going to mix these so that we mix our secondary colors. So we're going to pick up some yellow, scoop it over here into a mixing well, scoop up some red, and proportionately, because red is stronger than yellow, you need a lot less red than you do yellow. Maybe 1/3 red and 2/3 of it yellow. And it should mix into a very nice orange. So we're going to go ahead and take that orange, and between the red and the yellow on our color chart, full chroma, orange, we're just going to go ahead and put down our orange, and then take our scraper and scrape it. Move off the extra. Now we're going to add white to tint the orange and black to get shades of the orange. So we need some white. And we need some black. Now, I think probably it would make the most sense to go ahead and make a second well of orange so that we can tint one and we can make shades with the other one. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing. Pick up yellow, bring it over here, and just a little bit of orange. So I'm mixing the same combination that I did in this well over here. I'm going to tint one, and the other one I'm going to make into shades. Okay, so with the first one, I'm going to add white. Add just a little bit of white, blend it in, and see if that gives me a lighter shade of orange, and it does. So now I can pick up my lighter shade of orange, Put it down on my paper, take my scraper, and scrape it. And then I'm going to come back in and add some more white to the same, mix it in. It should give me an even lighter shade of orange, and it does. Add that down. Wipe off my scraper, scrape it down. So I have full chroma or full hue, added white, and added white in the direction of my tints. Now wipe off my stir stick. Now I'm going to add black to the original shade of orange in order to get a darker shade and then an even darker shade. Remember that black is super, super strong, so the littlest bit of black mixed in is going to make this a darker shade. Naturally too, it's going to introduce a little bit of blue into my orange, and because that's a complementary color, then it is going to make it kind of a gray, or in this case kind of a greenish neutral color. We're going to see what that looks like. And then we're going to add a little bit more black. Mix it in even more. Maybe even a touch more black. So this is our darkest shade of orange. And it is indeed very dark. It almost looks black, but there's a little bit of orange in there. Wipe down our scraper, clean off our stir stick, and then let's move on to the, onto the red and blue mixture, which is up here, which is going to be our violet. So I'm going to go ahead and take some blue and put it in the next well over, and take some red. And red and blue are pretty equal in terms of strength. So you can pretty much do 50-50 combination. Purples are notoriously difficult to create by mixing red and blue. So this is not going to be a vibrant, beautiful purple that you might get out of a paint bottle. Make sure that you're in full chroma and violet. Go ahead and smooth that purpley color across. Take your scraper, scrape down. It is a nice purple, but it's not that vibrant purple. Wipe off the stir stick. And we're gonna mix a second well so that we can tint one and use the other one for shades. I'm gonna try to dig in here and get some of this red without picking up any of the yellow. I tend to be a little bit of a messy artist, so I probably should clean my stir stick a little bit more frequently. But, you know, that's part of the fun. So, trying to get enough blue in there and the right proportions of blue and red to match this color over here. And now that they're pretty close, I can clean off my stir stick, and then I can pick up some white, add it in here. This is a pretty strong color, so the amount of white that I need to lighten it might be a little bit more than if I was working with the orange a minute ago. And you can kind of see how it starts to look a little bit more purple. So I'm going to put down that lighter color there. use my scraper. I feel like that's so satisfying to just like, and then you get this big area of color. I really like that. Wipe off my scraper, wipe off my stir stick, come over and get some more white. Now I don't want to pick up that black, so I'm gonna try to get rid of that, and I don't want to pick up that yellow over there. So if I introduce yellow, then it's going to change my color. If I introduce the black, then it's going to make it a shade. So I'm just trying to be a little bit more careful with that. Stir in the white, and it definitely looks like I'm going to need a little more white. So you can judge. You can always add more color to your palette. There we go. That's a lighter tint. It's pretty close to my first tint, so I'm going to come back in here and add some more white. So the more white that you add to it, the lighter it's going to get. Pick it up, drag it across, and then scrape it down. Okay. Wipe off my stir stick, wipe off my scraper, and then I'm going to add some black to my original purple combination. And again, it does not have to be a lot of black because black is so strong. And see how that did. Okay, so it's you can definitely tell that it's less vibrant than this one. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up more black. Stir it in to get my second shade of purple. Okay. So the purple is almost gone. It's almost a black. Just a hint of purple in there. Okay, last one. So now we're going to combine our blue and our yellow in order to get our last secondary color, which is green. Looks like I need a little bit more yellow. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make 2 wells of green. And I'm going to try to get this blue, but I really don't want to get that red in there, so try to get that red out. As much as you can, you kind of want to preserve your primary colors. And because blue is so much stronger than yellow, I'm going to use less blue, more yellow. And I love the green that this makes. And mix this well over here, same color. So secondary colors, the definition of a secondary color is that you can mix 2 primary colors and end up with a secondary color, and that's exactly what we've done. Now I'm gonna wipe off my stir stick, try to get in here and, oh, whoops, hold the phone. Okay, let's try this. Before I do anything else, I want to get my full chroma down. So this is my original green mixture with yellow and blue. And then I'm going to pick up the white and mix it in there, giving myself a lighter tint of green. I'm going to do an even more white in there, but it looks like my white is kind of contaminated. It has some purple, it has some green, it has, I don't know, some other stuff in there. So I'm going to give myself a little dollop of pure white. Mix it in so that it's nice and light. Okay. Pull that down. So you should have light, light, and even lighter. Wipe this off. Definitely do for a new paper towel. Goodness. Yes. Getting it on my hands. Now starting with our original green. Oops, wipe off my stir stick because it has white in it. Starting with my original green, I'm going to add black. Again, black is so strong, so it doesn't take very much. Mix it in. It will give me a lighter, or sorry, it'll give me a darker shade of green. Pick that up. Okay. And then for our second shade, even darker, even more black. Mixed in. Okay. Excellent. So now we have 3 primary colors, blue, red, and yellow. 3 secondary colors, violet, orange, and green, with the original full chroma colors, and then dark 2 shades adding black and 2 tints adding white. So if we have a little extra time, then you can open your page in your sketchbook and use your leftover colors and explore in your sketchbook some scraping techniques. This might look like mine and it might look totally different. Just have fun and explore what happens when you work with different layers of colors, when they blend, and then when they sit on top of each other.